Hey, everybody. Sorry, the mics were not on. Hello. Welcome. Welcome.
Crystal's here.
Well, we're here and we're live, and we actually have a couple of things to give away tonight, but we'll get to that here in a few. We're going to work off 2 mics instead of 3 tonight.
Could I give them a hint of what they're giving away?
Sure. If you'd
it's
like.
in the camera next to Mark.
What? Boom. There it is.
As you see.
I just want to introduce to you guys, this is Mark Ryan of the Pasadena, Maryland Toy Expo. Welcome, Mark.
How you guys doing? Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us. And, you know, there was one other time where we hung out, and that was at the Mid-Atlantic Collecticore meet. I think that was like the second time I think we met.
Yes, yeah, because I think we met at Annapolis with Third Eye, right?
We did. We met at the previous Toy Expo.
Oh,
the one.
Yeah.
We met there because I remember I walked up and you're like, "You look familiar. I know who you two are." I was like, huh. And I looked at Heather, and Heather looked at me, and you're like, "Oh yeah, you do that channel thing. I know who you are." And I was like, "Oh, good. This is awesome."
Yeah.
So Mark is not only the founder of the Pasadena Toy Show or Toy Expo, co-founder.
Yeah.
You're also a diehard toy collector.
Correct. Very much so.
And we wanted to have you on not only to talk about the Toy Expo, which is very important. It comes up this Saturday.
Yep.
From 9 to 4.
9 to 3.
9 to 3.
Yep.
9 to 3 in Severna Park, Maryland.
Or
is it
Millersville?
Millersville?
It's considered Millersville.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm getting everything wrong.
Well, the school is right there.
Yeah, it is right there. Yeah, it really is. But yeah, Millersville, Maryland. And last year was epic. It was awesome. There was a lot of people there. Mm-hmm. A lot of people that we personally knew and people we had never met before. So that was fun. We got to meet some new people.
Yeah, I think last year we had I know we did. We had 63 tables, and we had about 500 to 600 people show up.
500 to 600.
Yeah, that's what
crap.
Based off the ticket sales, and of course we don't sell the kids, but we still count them.
Okay.
But because kids get in free, 12 and under.
So how are tickets purchased at the door?
You walk up and cash, and you get a wristband. Easy. We're thinking about doing pre-sales, but it's kind of, we want to make sure that we have the people come in. And, once we start growing it more, then we'll start probably doing pre-sales. But that's something we've been talking about doing.
Well, you guys actually had to move to a larger venue.
Yeah, we did. We moved to the Benfield Sports Complex. It's indoor, and now we went from 63 tables up to we're at 131. So it's a lot bigger. The big changes, which was a big deal for the vendors, is last year it was kind of like it was hard. It's hard to find a nice area, like a nice open venue in this area for some reason, as populated as we are. But we had to use one that had an elevator. Had one elevator, and it was a very tiny elevator, and there were steps. This year it's a ground level entry and it has all these different exports. I don't know if you guys know this, but because it was so hot last year and we didn't pay anybody to do the tables, we did all the tables ourselves, putting them out.
My God!
I actually ended up putting myself in the hospital the next day.
What?
I was so dehydrated from the Friday night and the Saturday and the show moving tables that I actually went in the hospital. My kidneys started shutting down from dehydration.
You're kidding me?
Because I was drinking water, but I wasn't drinking as much as I was sweating. I'm a sweat pig. When I start sweating, it's on. So I went to play softball on Sunday morning and started getting sick. Went to hospital and they were like, "Yeah, you're going to kidney failure." I got all these IVs in me.
Oh my God!
It was ridiculous. Dude. Yeah, I blame it on the toys. I was addicted.
That damn Toy Expo got me again.
Yeah.
So let's rewind. So with the Toy Expo, we'll talk a little bit more about that. But let's rewind. Let's go back to the Marky Ryan days when Marky was only about this tall. You started collecting toys then.
That's funny you say that because that's actually what I was called as a kid.
No kidding.
Yeah, my mom still calls me that to this day. She calls me Marky. I have my mom, my dad, and I have my sister and one friend, a childhood friend. They're the only people that still call me that.
Oh.
So, but that was what they call me. So, well, I'm glad you brought that up because I brought a special guest. This is my original R2 that's got his leg taped to him. And that's vintage 80s tape.
Oh my God.
Do you want to hear something really funny about that? You see that R2 in the corner?
I saw that. I'm very impressed. I kind of want it.
His leg
broke off.
Is it taped on?
No,
it was glued on, and then it broke
Dad?
back. Long lost father and son. Yeah, his leg broke off when I was moving it, I think years and years ago.
Okay.
And when I finally brought it here, Heather put some glue on it, everything was good, and then one day it just fell off again.
That's horrible.
I know.
But
maybe we should use some 80s vintage tape.
You could. We could probably find it. Take a lot of that stuff. I don't even know if they make that anymore.
Probably not.
But to answer your question, so I remember the big thing I remember as a kid was my parents didn't really buy a lot of the play sets and vehicles because they were a little bit more money. But I say there's more money, but back then $25 and $30 was a lot of money.
Very expensive.
But I remember coming down Christmas mornings in the 80s. Because I was born in 78, it was just lines of Star Wars figures, lines of Masters, lines of Joes. They would just buy the figures because they were like $1, $2 figures.
Yeah.
So I just have all my original stuff when I was a kid, and I was one of those kids that didn't really play with the toys a lot. I just kind of was like, hey, look what I got.
Right.
And I kept them in a Crown Royal bag, which it's funny because I still keep stuff in Crown Royal bags.
Do you really?
I do. I didn't drink it. That I'm aware of, that I remember, but yeah. So I kept my toys in good shape. I still have them, and then, I guess as I got older, so my toys have moved with me from Maryland. So when I was 18, I moved into my first apartment. All my toys went with me there, and then I moved into another apartment.
You moved them. You didn't leave them at Mom and Dad's house. You actually took them.
I actually took them.
That's
with
incredible.
Me. I moved them to Oklahoma with me when I lived out there for 5 years, and I moved back with them. And then I finally got to the point where I got to a house where I was like, okay, I'm gonna die here. So I'm dying in this house. I'm tired of moving, and that was like 2008. So now my whole entire basement, kind of like how yours is. I got display cases and toys everywhere. And I've been buying other people's toys, which I love doing.
So do you store a lot of this stuff away?
No. So everything that I keep from my personal collection is in my basement. So I either have it displayed or, like I was telling you earlier, I have to buy 3 more display cases to put some more stuff out. And then the rest of it's kind of just like, there's a pile on the floor over here and a pile on the floor over there. So, yeah, I went to a toy show this weekend, so there's a new pile of new stuff.
Good.
Yeah, it's great.
So how much do you usually spend when you go to a toy show?
Well,
are we talking thousands?
I've been known to spend thousands.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I'm a good saver.
Well, that's your passion, is toys.
Yeah, it's my passion. Yeah, I don't drink. I've never done drugs.
Good for you.
Yeah, so it's just been that's my hobby and my addiction.
Sure.
I play sports. I'm athletic, but other than that, that's the only thing I've ever done. Let me tell you what, it was such a great pickup line for the girls back in the day.
I collect toys.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, is that my R2 in my pocket?
Or I'm just happy to see you.
Yeah, so they moved around with me, and now I have them out, and I'm telling you, I have a trailer that's full of toys that I travel around and sell at shows. So I started selling last year.
Okay.
I finally got to the point that I was looking around in my basement, and I'm like, all right, I really need to start focusing on like what's important to me. And I started I'm completed my Star Wars figure line. I have all
completed the Star Wars.
I have all the original Star Wars figures minus the Rocket Fire and Boba Fett, which is now the last time it auctioned off at $80,000.
Oh my god!
Yeah, which I will have one of those one day.
So how? Just to talk about that for a second, how could you obtain it when it originally came? So was it like a?
The story behind the Rocket Fire and Boba Fett was Star Wars they were gonna. You can mail away for Rocket Fire and Boba Fett.
Okay.
Well, right before, now this is how the tale goes. There's varying stories, but the main one you hear is right before Kenner was going to release that, they had the Battlestar Galactica line had a toy. It was like a tank kind of thing, and it shot missiles. And it supposedly, the story is it hit a kid in the eye.
I remember reading about that.
And Kenner was like, no. So they only ever got to like the mold and production part of it.
Okay.
But where they were testing it.
So it was like a prototype.
And
okay.
there's I can't remember the exact number anymore how many prototypes there were of that one, but the hard to get one is 80,000. Then they have other ones that were made, there's a couple that were like Mexico ones or something. That were
okay.
Like 2,500, 3, but even those are going up now.
That's incredible.
Yeah, but the main one, I think one Hakes auction was 80,000. That's incredible.
Did you ever get close to getting one?
Well, about 3 years ago, there was one. I knew a guy had it, but he wanted 30,000. So in a matter of 3 years, it went up $50,000.
30,000.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
I do want to get one. I plan on having one day. I may be a liver less or a kidney less.
What, you have no legs anymore?
No legs. No.
I got my Boba Fett though.
Yeah. No, I've thought about it, but I have all the other ones. I have the vinyl Cape Jawa, which is a rare one. But it's funny, I remember back in the 90s, they were like, this is a rare figure for Star Wars, and now they're not rare because everybody's got them.
Sure, yeah.
It's not as rare as it used to be because people, they're coming from overseas and all that.
So you obtained all of the, did you have a checklist or something, and you're just going one by one?
So I have a binder. I call it Mark's Holy Binder of Toys, and I would have a checklist. I used to carry around the shows, and I'd be like, need this checked off if I bought it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I had it for every line that I need. Now,
Wow.
Yeah, I was very organized. But now I have it all in my head, so I know what I need, and I can just go to a show and look for it.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's,
Heather actually says she has a question already for you.
Okay.
I do. Our friend Mark is wondering, what is the coolest Leia toy you own?
The coolest Leia toy. I have a Polish bootleg Leia action figure. It's a 3 3/4. It's from the 80s. It's really funky looking. I don't know
Really?
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of bootleg action figures. They were made in Poland and drawing a blank.
Like China? Maybe?
No, there was no China ones. They were just like all like the. Man, now I'm drawing a blank on these, but Poland. Anyway, I have a Polish one.
Okay.
But there was a bunch of different ones. They did a Uze one. There was one called Uze, but they never did a Leia one. But there's like different bootlegs and stuff. And then they did ones that were in Mexico in the 90s. They did different ones from the 90s, but the molds and the way they look is disgusting. It looks nothing like them.
So did you collect the Power of the Force figures from the 90s?
Thanks for opening that wound.
Oh no!
So I remember. Let me back. Okay, because those came first. So I remember there used to be a toy store actually right over here in Glen Burnie. So you know where the courthouse is? That used to be a movie theater.
Yes, I remember. I used to go there.
So I actually saw this date. This is gonna date me. I saw Fievel
Fievel Goes West or American Tail. Holy crap!
That's how far back. I saw Jungle Book there one time.
Wow.
But anyway, so there, right in there in that shopping center where that computer place is, used to be an old vintage toy store, and I was buying toys at the time. Still, I would go there and buy all these vintage toys. Then the Power of the Force line came out, and I was like, I just started buying all of them. They ain't worth nothing. They're worth absolutely nothing now.
The Power of the Force figures,
yes,
no.
Because they had the green cards and the red cards,
yes.
the orange cards. And
well, they released too many of them and too
way
fast.
Too many, yeah. And their body styles were horrible. But for somebody who's a Star Wars fan and they hadn't produced toys in so long, when they were getting ready, doing the extended version of the movies that came out in 97, 96. It was just like, we were just buying them up, like left and right.
Well, the figures were released actually before the re-release of the films,
They came out like a year before.
A year before.
Two, yeah.
I remember because I knew as a kid, I was like, there has to be a reason why they're doing this. And it was all to lead up until...
And by the way, I hate the extended versions of Star Wars.
I think everybody does.
I love the original.
The original.
I don't want to see Jabba get his tail stepped on.
No.
It's such poor quality.
Well, not only that, but at the very end of Return of the Jedi, when you have Hayden Christensen now that walks into frame.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's all just so stupid.
I hate the battle over Sarlacc's pit because that thing comes out. I don't want to see it. I just want to see a hole.
Yeah. I just want the hole.
I just want a hole.
Can you just give me the hole?
But bouncing off that, then of course Phantom Menace came out in '99. So in the 90s, I was already living out in Oklahoma, and I was a police officer out there, and I was working part-time security at Kmart. And I remember when that line came out, the Phantom Menace. So I was working that morning, and I pulled all mine off before they went out onto this floor, and then I bought them, and those are even worth less than the Power of the Force ones.
Oh my, yeah. The episode 1 stuff was garbage.
The only ones I kept that I actually liked is they did the Shadows of the Empire.
Yes, the Shadows of the Empire was awesome
because the book was good.
Yeah,
and in case you guys don't, if you guys like there's the audio tape books.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Really?
I love the Shadows of the Empire because they did Dash Rendar.
Yes, Dash Rendar was awesome.
He was a great character, and he filled the void for Han Solo while he was gone.
Yes.
But it was a great tape. And they even did one where Chewie went on adventures with the twins.
Okay.
It was great. But those are great audiobooks. I recommend them.
Then they released the 1996 Empire. What is it? The N64 game, Shadows of the Empire. Do you remember that?
Okay, so I haven't played the video system since Nintendo.
Oh my god!
I've like with the nephews. I've played like a Xbox, but I never owned like all that stuff. I was already out of high school when that stuff came out.
Really? So none of that nowadays. None of it interests you at all.
No. The only thing that interests me is the old big arcade games, which I just missed out on. I missed Pac-Man. I was gonna buy a big full cabinet, Miss Pac-Man. Missed out.
Do you own cabinets?
No, I'm trying to get one.
You're just trying to get one now. Yeah. Okay, I didn't know.
I
if
really
you
want a Donkey Kong. I want a Donkey Kong.
Original stuff.
I want the 4-player X-Men. Remember that Marley Station
yeah.
Mall? Back in the day, the big arcade.
Oh yeah.
I'd go on my break. I used to work at Cinnabon when I was in high school.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cinnabon.
Hanging out in the mall.
Yeah.
I was up there.
Man, that mall has really taken a crap, man.
Holy
crap.
Next to New Jersey being the Devil's Taint, it's the next closest thing.
True that. Yeah. I just want to remind you guys that we do have a couple pops we'll be giving away tonight. We have a Twinkie the Kid Chase, and we have Hydro Man Glow in the Dark Barnes & Noble exclusive. We'll give those away in the course of this live, so be prepared. You never know when it's going to happen. It's all at random. So keep your eyes and ears peeled. Can you peel your ears?
I don't know how, like a banana?
Yeah, I think
I can show you how to rip one off my head.
Oh, Heather, guess what? So that's cool. So it's been a long time for you collecting all these toys, and you kept your toy. I mean, what is incredible, because for me, growing up, I had all the Power to the Force figures and stuff. A lot of it went by the wayside, thrown away. My mom went through all my stuff and threw my stuff away.
My parents were very good about packing things up. I mean, I can tell you right now, I just found a box at my parents' house. It's full of my sister's strawberry shortcakes from the 80s.
Yes.
And some Barbie stuff. So
Holy
they still
crap.
have all that. Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they still have it.
My parents kept a lot of my stuff, but there was some stuff. I remember I had the house to the Ghostbusters. You remember the Ghostbuster cartoon?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I had like the firehouse.
Firehouse, yeah.
That we had to get rid of. It was just too big and it was clunky.
Yeah, but now that thing's,
is it ridiculous?
$100.
Is it really?
Maybe more if it's all complete. Depends on the condition of it.
Oh my, Mom, no! Oh my god, I had everything, man. I had all the 1989 Batman stuff. I had the Batwing. I had the car. I don't know.
Yeah, what's Mark Anthony from MACC loves Batman. He's always looking for that vintage Batman, like from that era. There.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
Actually,
god.
I gave him. I had a Bat wing in a box still. I think it was a bat wing. I gave it to him at a show.
Oh, that's awesome.
I said, hey, take it. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. No, I had a lot of that stuff. So I'm, how old am I now? 35. So when I was
old.
I know I'm old. I know I got a young one. I don't know if you knew that. I don't know if you knew that. She's a lot younger than me. But I had a lot of like Master Universe. I had Thundercats.
Great lines.
All that stuff is now gone. I remember the He-Man that I had. I was so little at the time. I chewed like his face and like that. Obviously now would not be
you're one of those
anything.
kids that chewed.
Oh, I was. Oh, yeah,
Come
breaking
on,
stuff
man.
but my favorite, and I don't know if you ever got into them, because I don't know like your era, but I had the small GI Joes. They were like the thing for me.
The 3 3/4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those,
I have those.
Those were my absolute favorite. Yep. I remember back then when I was growing up, people would like bring over full boxes of old figures all piled in and just give them to me.
Yeah, and now people are trying to find full boxes of
yes, them. Right.
Yeah, I actually have a bunch of those. I have a bunch of them graded because my favorite characters. I love the dog handlers because I was a canine handler.
Oh, okay,
back once upon a time. So I love that part of it. But I also have a collection of the '60s Joes. The tall ones.
Yeah.
I have a whole
like the
bunch
Eagle Eye.
Right, yeah, but I have a whole. I mean, I have like the bobsled team ones, and
really,
yeah, I have all these like deep sea quest. What do they call them? 8 shadows, or 8 ropes of danger, and so I have a whole bunch of those. Those are fun. They get the fuzzy hair.
So exactly. Yeah. So my father actually started. He had them as a kid. My dad was born in the '60s, so as he was growing up, they were coming out like Bionic Man. What is it, $1 Million Man? Mm-hmm. He had all that stuff. And when he got older, I think a lot of it went by the wayside. So when he got about my age, I remember as a kid, he started collecting them. And he was buying them all up. Where they're at today, I don't know. I think he actually gave them to me in a bag. I have no idea where that bag is, but my imagination tells me that they're probably valuable. I just have to find them. I have no idea where they're located. But he had the eagle eye one, the fuzzy hair guy, and all that stuff. He had all of those.
Yeah, and they're such great toys. I mean, they're simple. That's the thing about them. They're simple.
They lasted the test of time. Because look at them. Right. You look at them now, they almost look like you just bought them.
Yeah, I mean, some of the toys now, like we were talking about before we started, I only collect certain newer things. We were talking the hot toys.
Yes.
We both like some of the sideshow.
Yeah.
And then the legends, because I like the Build-A-Figures.
Legends are awesome.
Love them. But outside of that, the newer toys just don't appeal to me. And I mean, some of the quality's getting better, like the Black Series Star Wars. Like, I get excited. Like some of the newer stuff they've done, like with the they did the Bounty Hunters, the IG-88 and the ball. Those look really good.
Yeah.
But like the other Blacks, they were horrible looking.
They had
like Leia didn't. That does not look like Leia on some of them.
There are a lot of them you'd find over in Marshalls for $4.99 or something.
So I don't like that.
No, neither do I. I think Marvel Legends is a great series. I think that's they do make a lot of obscure characters for your Build-A-Figure, which sometimes sucks.
Right.
But for the most part, they put out some really cool figures.
Yeah.
And I always talk about on this channel that they've released figures that sometimes, now they are smaller and they don't have as much detail as a Hot Toy, obviously, because of the cha-ching.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to spend all that money, you can get some really cool figures, and they look really good. Like my Tom Hiddleston Loki looks like Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, I mean that's a great Hot Toy right there.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking about I have the
you have
the action
other,
figure.
the action
yeah, it
figure.
looks pretty good. Yeah. I mean, it looks all pretty good.
Yeah, and I love the Helena they did.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks just like Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett. Yeah.
It looks just like her.
Yeah. The Hella figure was great. Heather actually really likes NECA. So we buy some NECA here and there. She's really into the film Pennywise. So she has, I think you now have every Pennywise NECA figure that they make.
I think so.
Yeah. Her favorite being Freddy Krueger. That's her favorite. Okay. We have not purchased any Freddy Krueger NECA figures for some reason.
No, and those are really cool. They have like what are they called? They're like the sets with like
Oh, yeah, they come with an accessory set.
The McFarlane ones?
No, NECA.
The new NECA ones? Okay.
They make like actual full sets. Okay. Like for Freddy, they make like the boiler room.
All right, so which one was your favorite nightmare? And it better be the right answer.
The first one.
The first one.
Yeah.
I like Dream Warriors.
Oh, Dream Warriors all the way, man.
I love part 3. I love it.
Yeah,
Dream
Warriors, love all of them.
Hold on,
I really
Syringe
do,
Freddy is from Dream Warriors, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the one that I like the most.
Yeah.
Let's get high.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get high. Yeah. So we actually met him. I'm sure you have, right?
Yep.
Really nice guy. What's his name? Robert Englund. Really
very
nice guy.
Talkative guy.
He's a very talkative guy. And he was on a classic show that a lot of toys. He was on V.
V.
There's a show called V. It was like aliens come down to.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
He was in that show.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So and they made a toy line for that.
Did they really?
That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Interesting.
They're from the 70s. You should look it up.
Interesting.
Fun facts
cool.
with Mark Ryan.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite set to collect? Now, we talked about Star Wars, so I'm going to assume it's Star Wars.
Well, I mean, that has a close. That's what I remember the most from a kid. I mean, so I don't know how far back you can remember. You know where Toys R Us used to be in Glen Burnie?
Yes.
If anybody's familiar with Glen Burnie, so across from it, you know that shoe store that was right there? That used to be a movie theater.
Yes, my father told me that.
I went and saw Return of the Jedi there in 1983. I saw Return of the Jedi.
What?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I saw E.T. there too. But,
did you really?
Yes. Because my mom back in the 80s worked. There used to be a candy store.
How old are you?
I'm 40. I'll be 41 in July.
So let me do the math. So you're 78.
Yes.
I'm 83.
Yeah. Oh my God! I thought you meant 78 years old. I was like, oh my God, Chris, give him a break.
Carry 2 and add a 1.
35.
35. Yeah. So we're about 5 years different.
Mm.
Incredible. Yeah, because I turned 36 this year.
Yeah.
What are you looking for? Keyboard?
Mouse.
Keyboard and mouse?
Yeah.
You need both?
Why
my God. There you go.
Everyone's saying hi to us, and I want to say hi
well,
back.
say hi to everybody.
Hi.
We do have a question, though.
All right,
what?
There is someone that I believe that you know in the chat. His name is Carlos.
Carlos, yes. He's from Florida.
He is wondering when you're going to sell your graded Kraken to him.
Your graded what?
Kraken from the Clash of the Titans.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, I have so in case you guys don't know, I support there's a actually one of the giveaways, which I can pull up here. But there's a grading company called Collectors Archive Services.
Cool.
That I send my toys to, and they grade them.
Oh, awesome.
And they encase them. But this is actually a giveaway. You can
What?
show them up close. That's about a $200 and some figure that I'll be giving away at the toy show to a raffle. It's one of the items we'll be raffling off.
That is so
It's a
cool.
So if you read the label, it's a Spanish release Indiana Jones figure. It's on the label on the side. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
But the answer is I will not be selling that to Carlos at all.
Oh, he even comes
Sorry,
with a whip.
Carlos.
Yes.
He comes with everything.
He's always harassing me about that. Always. Every time I do something
Was
live.
he on the one at MACC asking the same thing?
Yes. It's
Okay.
always him. Yeah.
That's interesting. I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, so
and he comes in a
like
coffin, which is kind of cool.
So
I don't know if you know.
well,
it's
the
a
coffin. So the coffin there, that's a unique feature for the grading there because his bubble was busted at the bottom.
Oh.
So to prevent him from falling out or breaking anymore, they put an extra cover around it so it keeps him in place.
That is super cool. So
Yeah.
how do people enter to win? I'm assuming you have to be at the toy show.
Correct.
Okay,
So
at
when
the
you
toy
come,
show.
for everyone that walks in, minus the vendors, you get a raffle ticket.
Okay.
And we're gonna be doing the drawings. We'll be doing a drawing at 11 o'clock and one at 1 o'clock. So we're giving away for the total of the day 5 $25 gift cards, which means you can use those at the show. So you win $25, you carry it around with you, and you find something at a table. You come get us. We come over and we pay $25 towards whatever item you want.
Ah.
And then
okay.
we're also giving away that toy, and we have a bunch of big NECA action. What are they? The 21-inch ones or whatever they are.
Okay.
The ones with noises.
Yeah.
So we got a Batman, a Deadpool, and a
That's not those
Pirates
guys,
of the Caribbean.
is it?
No.
No.
These are the big ones like
Taller.
this.
The tall
Yeah.
ones. They
Yes.
come in, like the Predator that I broke.
Oh, yeah. Chris broke a
My
Predator.
buddy bought a Predator, the big one like
Yeah.
that, and it had a cannon that goes on the shoulder, and I was like moving it around, and it went and broke. It totally broke off. I felt like the biggest a-hole
Why
ever.
were you touching it?
I have no idea. No, he pulled it out of the box and he was messing with it. He's like, let's see it light up. And I was like, broke it. He's like, you're never touching my toys ever again.
It makes sense why you still don't have yours from a kid.
I'm surprised that they even allow me to have hot toys,
Yes,
to
I
be
know.
honest with you. Because I'm surprised I haven't broken one of those yet. Actually, I sort of almost did. I was putting Thor together and the Infinity War Thor. And he has a different set of armor that goes on without the cape.
Uh-huh.
And I broke off one of the legs that go into like his body to connect it in.
No, I had something like that happen with the hand where they sell you the different hands.
Yes.
And then the plug break in it.
The plug broke.
You know where they have the ball?
Yes,
going?
yes.
Yeah, I had to like break it and I had to pull it out. And luckily they give you. I had a bag of replacements that another one.
Yes,
came with.
yeah.
So I was like,
How in God's name did you get that out of there?
Just luck. I was pissed though.
Oh, I
was
would
like,
have been pissed
can't
too.
believe this.
Oh yeah.
So it worked out.
Well, unfortunately, that Thor, I take very good care of my stuff. Believe me. That Thor has fallen off my desk. I couldn't tell you how many times. I had it sitting up here at one point in time. I had to put him over there, and I'm just hope that nothing happens. He falls over all the time.
Is he just top heavy from the armor?
No, I think he's just angry at me.
He's just angry.
I just think he doesn't like me. Thor.
Oh, he does?
Probably that.
Really cool thing about that figure, he comes with eye patches, and they're magnetic on his eye.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Awesome
I love
figure.
that feature that they do where they just magnetize stuff. You don't have
Yes.
to worry about popping it in. It's
Yes.
just a lot better.
And Heather has a Sideshow Freddy over there. I don't know if you saw that. That is such a cool figure. Really cool figure. Yeah. One of my favorites, I think, that
Freddy.
we own. Yeah, Freddy's awesome.
Good Freddy.
Yeah.
Because I have a bunch of horror stuff. I have a ton of signed horror items. I've met Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I actually I've met all the Dream Warriors and Robert Englund. I have them all on because I even met Patricia Arquette.
What?
Yeah, so I have them all. I have a full size poster. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 is signed by.
Get out of here, dude. That's awesome.
Almost all of the cast members. Almost
That
all of
is
them.
so
'Cause
sick.
some of them have died, but I met John Saxton. I met Heather's mother. Right, Heather?
Yeah.
Yeah, Heather. I met her mother. Brooke. Can't remember her name off the top of my head, but I've met all. So I got almost a full poster.
That's incredible. So you're big. We were talking a little bit earlier before we went live. you're big into going to toy shows, a lot of the con kind of stuff, like the Monster Mania stuff, which we went to last year in Sun Valley. Sun Valley, Maryland.
Hunt Valley.
Hunt Valley. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Why did I call it
Sun Valley's
Sun Valley's
here.
right down the street. I got it confused. By the way, dumb story. Heather kept telling me, and I was like, "Oh, this is so cool." I said, "I'll leave work," and I said, "We'll just drive right over there." And she's like, "Well, you better leave a little early." I go, "Well, we don't have to leave early. Sun Valley's up the street." She goes, "You're an idiot." She's like, "It's Hunt Valley. It's really far away. It's like an hour and a half away." I was like, "Oh, I'm an idiot."
No, I think it's like 45 minutes.
But
That's not that far.
traffic.
Yeah, well, no, traffic during a Friday when we were trying to get over there was terrible.
Very bad.
But Monster Mania is a great con here in Maryland. When you talk about cons in Maryland, it isn't like we get a whole lot of awesomeness, I guess. We get Baltimore Comic Con, which sometimes you might see an actor or actress there.
Yeah, I love
but
Baltimore.
Monster
I
Mania
met
is excellent
DMC
there. Oh, she did.
Baltimore Comic Con. I was so excited.
She really was.
I was so excited.
She got a lady boner over it.
He was
incredible.
like, "You're not old enough to know Run DMC." I'm like, "Excuse me."
That's when she started spitting funky rhymes.
Yes.
Did you bested the beat on him?
Yeah,
Because
He's a comic guy.
Yes.
Yes. She got his comic.
I got
actually,
a comic
signed by him.
Yeah, he was really nice. He was like about to like go to a photo op or panel or something, and I was like, "Can I please get a picture with you?"
So yeah, the Monster Mania show locally here is actually really nice, and you had mentioned that you actually are like a part of that, or do you have a table, or what happens with you there?
So I started going to shows in the early '90s. Me and a group of friends, we used to drive to do all the Star Trek shows because Maryland used to have a ton of Star Trek autograph shows.
What time period?
We're talking from like '92 to '96.
Really?
Yeah, it was. We were as soon as we got our driver's license, we were going like they were in Towson, they were in Hunt Valley, they were all over Maryland. So we were driving to these Star Trek shows. And I was buying toys back then. Back then, Star Wars was like junk on the table.
Really?
It was like that lull in the collecting hobby, and you could just go in there. I wish there was a lot of stuff. I wish I would have bought everything because now all that stuff is so much money. But yeah, so we were going there, and then it slowly turned in. Then when I moved to Oklahoma, I was going to. It was a show in Tulsa I was going to, and then I was going to a show in Plano, Texas, by Creation Entertainment, and that did sci-fi. I met bunch of like Star Wars and Star Trek people, and then when I moved and came back to Maryland, I started hitting the shows here again. But then what you're talking about in the later 2000s, I met up with some friends who actually represent celebrities for movies and horror, and they go around to like Horror Hound, which is in Ohio area, and then then there's Monster Mania, which is in New Jersey and Maryland, and then there's Chiller Theater, which is in Parsippany, New Jersey.
Okay.
So they represent these celebrities, and I got hooked up with them, and I started going to shows with them and traveling around and sitting with the people and collecting money and doing all this fun stuff. And
you're sort of like a handler for some of the guys.
Handler, yeah.
That's cool.
It's a good time. I've been doing that and helping them for a long time. That's the name of their promotion company is called C&V Promotions.
Okay.
So you can find them actually on Facebook and see all the people they actually represent, like Dave Arquette.
Oh yeah.
Can't think of his name off the top of my head. Opie from Sons of Anarchy.
Cool.
They there's different people they represent. A lot of horror people, like the Friday 13th movies, some of the Halloween movies.
That's awesome.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
It sounds like you met a lot of people this week.
A lot of people. It's fun, yeah.
So quick, but just a break here for a second. If you want to win Twinkie the Kid, ask your questions for Mark Ryan. Ask him a really good question. We're going to present those questions to Mark. Mark's going to pick his favorite question to answer, and that's how you're going to win. But we will answer some of your other questions that are being asked, but the best question wins Twinkie the Kid, and then we'll do Hydra Man a little bit later on in the show. So ask all your questions. I want to see that chat fill up with questions right now. Heather will keep track of all the questions, and we'll get a good question out here tomorrow. So who's the coolest person that you met in person?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Coolest person I met in person.
Like, in other words, who resonated with you the most?
I'll probably go with John Berthenol.
Really?
And
The
here's
Punisher.
The Punisher. So, obviously everybody knows him from Shane from Walking Dead.
Shane, yep.
But I think that what was really cool about him is I met him several times over court. Like, I met him before Walking Dead had even aired. And I met him at Monster Mania in Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Cool.
So, and that's the same. I met Norman Reedus before that even aired. But anyway, so I met him, and I met him a few more times after that in different places. And then I went like 4 or 5 years. I didn't see him. But he knew I helped people, and I walked.
Okay.
So we were at a show at the Horror Hound in Ohio. I think it was Cincinnati, Ohio. And I was going through because I have some friends that that work with other celebrities. I was walking. My friend was sitting next with him, and I walked up. and He goes, "Mark Ryan from Maryland. I remember you."
No kidding.
He knew my name. My full
Wow,
name. It'd been
dude,
like
that's
5
awesome.
years. Yeah.
That's
so the guy has like
crazy.
this incredible memory. So everybody he meets is like he is like very appreciative, and they love that about him. Like he actually remembers people.
That's incredible.
So yeah, but he knew
Wow.
knew where he saw the state and knew my name.
So
I thought that was kind of cool.
yeah,
and
that is
yeah.
cool. Weird story about him is I heard in an interview that he was actually he wanted to be a baseball player.
Yes, he was a very good baseball player.
Very good baseball player, and apparently he got injured.
Yeah, I don't know what the injury was.
Yeah, something had happened to him.
But he's a great character actor.
Very.
Yeah.
In fact, he was so good at playing Shane that I remember after he dies on Walking Dead, that in my mind I thought it was almost a Tony Soprano sort of thing. I thought he would never be able to play another character ever again. And then he came back with Punisher, and he blasted off on that, and he did a great
Well, he's
job.
actually really good in the what was the movie where he played? They were in the 50s or 40s. He played a gun. He was oh crap. He was can't remember the movie. Who was even in the movie? But was the guy who played in Terminator? He played the T1.
Oh yeah, you're talking about Robert Patrick.
Yeah, Robert Patrick. It
Yeah.
was what was it? I don't remember what it's called, but John Bernthal was in that, I believe, and he was very good in that.
Okay.
And then he was in the war movie.
Okay. Yeah. He was in the tank movie, Fury.
Fury, yeah.
Yeah, he was in that movie. He was really good in that
But
too.
the Punisher, I mean,
He excelled.
incredible. And then they canceled it, but I think it's going to come back out on a different channel.
I hope.
anyway.
I hope it does come back
Yeah, 'cause
because
I
he
think-
did a really good job with that.
Yeah.
But he so we were talking. I asked you the question of like who was like the most interesting, I guess, person you met or resonated. The person for me was Robert Patrick.
Oh,
It's
was
really
it?
weird that you tailed that back around. Yeah, so Robert Patrick, T1000.
Yep.
I met him at Monster Mania last year.
Okay. Yep.
And he was drunk, and he talked to us for an hour, and he just went on. He was telling us stories like you would never believe. In fact, one guy was next to me. He's like, "Is there any way I can just film this because you're telling the stories is just amazing." He's like, "No, we're gonna leave that here for the men. This is a men's story." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
And that's the thing, like, you really don't realize you meet some of these guys and they're like, and gals, they're very down to earth, and then you meet some who like you've done really nothing in their career, and they're just
Right.
like, who do you think you are? I mean, seriously.
Right, they
Like,
take themselves
I'm
too
like,
seriously.
Anthony Michael Hall, I met him several times. He hangs out. He'll go to like hang out with people after the shows.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that it just shows that they're just they just appreciate the fans and what they're doing for them.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan seemed that way
Yes.
when we met him.
Yes, and I got to hear your guys' story, but I already saw that when it got posted the weekend it happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw it that weekend, and I was like, oh look.
It's
But now I know it's you guys. 'Cause
right. Yeah.
I didn't know it was you
well,
guys.
the
at
funny
time.
thing about that, we are on our way back from Jersey from that Walker Stalker Con.
Mm-hmm.
We stopped at a Hot Topic we never go to in White Marsh, Maryland.
Oh yeah.
We go inside, we're buying stuff, and a woman stops us, and she goes, "Oh my God, you're the guy. You were the couple that got engaged in front of Jeffrey D. Morgan." And I looked at Heather, and Heather looked at me, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm part of one of the Funko groups." I'm like, "That's crazy! I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't
Yeah.
get over that.
That was
It's awesome."
I think that picture's circulated a few times on Facebook.
Yeah.
Different times.
It's
so
been around,
You're
yeah.
Facebook famous.
Hey! Guess what? Heather, do we have questions for our Mark Ryan here?
We have too many, like so many that I think we're gonna have to hold you hostage for about 24 hours.
There's that
Let's
many,
just
people,
run-
that many
let's-
people want to ask me a question.
Let's
Yeah.
run through them, Heather.
There's a lot. Okay, short and sweet if you can.
Okay.
All right. And how
Stop
would-
your questions now.
My favorite
No,
color,
don't.
My
He's
favorite
gonna stay
color.
here.
My favorite color is blue, and I like long walks on the beach.
Now, I said this is a question that you're going to have to choose.
All right.
So I want you to write down what question that
Here's my-
if you hear it, I
All
want you
right.
to write down what question that you want
All
to
right.
answer as you go through. You can mark down a word or something that'll remind you of what it is, and then you can choose.
Let's do this.
Let's see. Do you remember your first giveaway win if you won, and what was it? What pop/collectible are you looking forward most to from SDCC this year? Have you seen Star Wars in concert? What's your least favorite mode of transportation?
That's one of our old dumb questions.
Okay, you can only save one toy. Which toy are you saving? What else do you collect? Oh, and someone's asking what got you started on Funko Pops. Well, you don't really collect Funko Pops, do
I
you?
don't. Do you want to know my dirt? I'll tell you the dirty secret later.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What's your Funko collection valued at? How many Funko Pops do you own?
$6.
$6.
And how many? Okay.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Okay, listen. I don't like
DK.
that.
Have you ever had a starstruck moment? Where and when?
Ooh.
Interesting question.
What was the biggest score you found at a toy show?
Pounds or kilos?
Hey!
All right, so what was the one before that?
Have you ever had a starstruck moment? Where and when?
Starstruck moment. I'm writing all these down because
He has to choose.
I got an old brain.
He's
So
got
you
too
can
many
remember all the toys in your collection.
Well, that's important.
When you go to
At least he's honest. At least he's honest.
What was after the starstruck?
biggest score you found at a toy show.
All right.
What is the one toy you got as a child that gave you the most joy and why?
Man.
What's one toy you had as a kid that you regret losing, selling, or giving away? Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay? What's your favorite mode of transportation? What's the weirdest place that you found a lost Star Wars figure?
Lost meaning rare, I'm assuming.
No, I think someone probably left it somewhere and I found it.
Clarification.
What's your most treasured piece of collectible you own, whether personal or valued?
By the way, I want to remind you guys, no more questions.
Hold on, there's a good one.
Oh my god.
If you could share any advice to new collectors who are just getting into toy hunting, what advice would you give?
Well, that's an interesting question.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, who wins?
Do I answer first or just which one?
So I would
Pick the winner first?
Yeah. So yeah, select your question, the one that you want, and then Heather, you need to find out who said it.
Hold on.
Okay.
How about you answer 3 to 5 questions that you'd like to answer?
Oh, good call, Heather. Heather for the win.
Choose the number one, or do them all real quick.
I can do them all real quick.
Okay.
So
Dang.
A giveaway. I have never won a giveaway at a show.
Never?
Never.
Oh my god.
So I've won nothing. So thanks for bringing that up.
Oh.
You don't win.
Sorry.
The San Diego ones, I stopped doing the San Diego ones because it gets frustrating because they'll be $25. They'll come out with a figure for $25 at San Diego Comic-Con, and then you get these guys and people that go buy them, and then they're $150 the next day.
Right? Yeah. Exactly.
And so I'm not really excited about any of them because I don't get pumped about people scalping.
Yeah. Sure.
And so I don't. For this year, I'm not big on it. Now I will tell you, last year, I think it was last year, I loved the Ninja Turtles they did.
NECA?
Yeah.
Yes.
Those
That set was awesome.
Were incredible. I still haven't gotten them yet.
Did you see the GameStop ones they released?
I did.
Those are excellent.
Are they? But I want the Turtles from last year.
Okay.
Star Wars concert, no, but I've seen Grease in concert and I love it.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
here's a look. I'm gonna share something. It's
Hold
embarrassing
on.
as hell.
Concert or play?
No, the play.
Okay.
The concert.
That'd be
Awesome.
concert play.
Okay.
Same
Concert
thing.
play.
I love musicals.
Do you really?
That's awesome.
So my favorite Disney. I love Mary Poppins.
Do you really?
Yes, I absolutely love.
That's a great
mainly because I have a big crush on Julie Andrews, like big crush. Like
wait a minute, like young Julie Andrews or old Julie Andrews?
I'll take any of them.
Oh my God!
That's right.
Wow.
I'll dig her up right now.
Like sing for me one more time. So yeah, I like my least favorite mode of transportation.
I'm interested.
Well, running because I'm 235 pounds. So, but I run anyway.
And you sweat like a pig,
I sweat like a pig.
Oh my
so
God.
yeah, chafing is not fun. So you don't win.
Oh my God! Nope.
What else do I collect? I mean, I'm gonna have to. I wish I could shoot it. I should shoot a video and just share it with you guys. But
you totally should.
I got masters. So
we can come over and do a video at your house and look over all the stuff that
you guys can come shoot it.
Chris is inviting us over to places.
I invite myself everywhere. Thank you.
You're absolutely. But I'm gonna. I mean, I got masters. I got Migos. I love Migos, like the old '70s Migos. I got the MASH figures. I got, they made MASH in the 80s. I just actually bought the base unused at the last toy show I went to.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that cost me. That was
cool.
that was a little bit of money.
You like the show MASH?
Oh, I love MASH.
My grandfather loved that
MASH.
show.
Yeah, it's great.
Really?
So that's kind of I love all the I do all the knockoffs like Remco's from the 80s. The Black Star, all those different things. I love LJN wrestlers.
LJN.
I love those, the big rubber. I gotta love that stuff.
LJN is very well known for making horrible video games, by the way.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah.
Well, they made Thundercats.
Yeah.
Funkos. So I personally cannot stand Funkos.
And you're surrounded by them. Is this hurting?
Now,
sorry for bringing you here.
So
tonight.
now I will say, here's the thing. I do own some Funkos, but they're not my thing.
Okay.
I have the Kurt Cobain ones because I'm a big Nirvana fan. I grew up, during the grunge era.
Okay.
One of the best eras in music.
Yeah, I agree.
Heather agrees with that.
Yeah. And I bought the Bella twins because they're twins.
Yeah.
From wrestling. And what else do I have? Oh, I have the Princess Bride ones.
Okay.
I like that movie.
You're a wrestling fan.
Oh yeah, love wrestling.
Okay, you're a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Okay, did not know that. Okay.
Yep. How many Funkos I have? So what did I name there? Probably it's less than 10.
Yes.
Less than 10.
Wow.
How much wood could wood? So last time I actually wrote that problem down and did it, I came up with 13.
Wow.
13 pieces of wood.
Wow.
So there's that one.
That's good. You're really good at that.
Yeah, I did. I worked out.
I love the numbers.
Starstruck moment. I'm gonna name two. I met Jessica Chastain.
Jessica Chastain.
Chastain as in the redhead.
Yes. Jessica Jessica with her Chastains.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a
Chastains.
Yes, Chastain.
Thank you.
I usually don't around people, but with her, she's so beautiful in person.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, what's her name?
They had to peel you off the floor.
Jessica Chastain.
Jessica Chastain. She has the biggest chest I think of all time ever.
Does she?
Oh my God! You never seen it before?
I don't know if I paid attention.
Holy, she was in Toy Story. She was one of the voices in Toy Story.
Oh, she was in Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
Dark Phoenix. Yeah.
She's in It Chapter 2.
She's in It Chapter. Yeah.
Her and her Chastains.
Yeah. And I had to say, Maggie Grace. I met Maggie Grace once.
Maggie Grace. Who's that?
She was the Taken movies. She played the daughter.
Ah.
Oh, I do have one of her. I met. I can never say her name right. Carla. She's from Watchmen. She played.
Oh, she does have a big Chastain.
Oh, yeah.
We do love Chastains.
Yeah,
She's pretty.
look at the Chastains, huh?
Yeah. I can never. But she was in Watchmen. She played Silk Spectra.
Okay.
The mom, the older version.
Yeah.
But so I met all them ladies in person. They're just so like beautiful in person that it's kind of like they catch you off guard.
It blew your mind.
Yeah, you're like, whoa, wow. So because they're naturally beautiful.
It's weird. He didn't realize Jessica had Chastains.
Nah.
Isn't that weird?
He looked at her beautiful red hair.
I love redheads.
Is he about to say it's the inside?
I love the inside.
Get that out of here. Oh my
It's
God.
a really good thing.
This is not a channel where we lie, sir.
I know.
It's a really good thing Mark wasn't here like 3 years ago when I had red hair.
What do you mean?
I love redheads.
Oh, whoa. Oh, sorry. I didn't know until you did that.
I do love redheads.
You like the redheads, huh?
Yeah.
I did like me as a redhead.
A biggest score to show.
That's good.
Ooh, I don't know if I've really ever. Now I got stuff at the flea market, Like I don't know, like at a show, because most people know what they're selling at a show, so it's kind of hard. But at the flea market right at Brumwell's, I've gotten some, things for like a quarter, and they're $100 items. Like some Star Wars stuff or things like that,
Cool.
And sometimes they're just inside of a box that I grab, and you're like, holy crap, this was in there. So that's I consider those pretty big scores.
It's like finding treasure.
Pretty much biggest. What was that one?
Biggest chest
Is this who you were talking about from Watchmen?
No, but she's great. No, it played her mother. Her name's Carla.
Okay.
Oh, so the toy I would take with me would probably be my Lord of the Rings. I have the original 1979 Knickerbocker set of Lord of the Rings. It's a whole set they made based off the actual cartoon.
Oh, okay.
So I would actually probably grab that because they're simple figures. They're not like impressive, but they're really cool.
She was in Son-in-Law.
Yes.
Oh my God, she
Buddy.
is. Yeah, I just watched that the other night.
I love that movie.
That was the first time I've ever watched it and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
He is coming to
Pauly Shore.
Timonium in August.
Yeah, and I've went and seen. He was at what's it called? McGoobies.
Yeah.
That's where we're going.
McDougal's?
Yeah.
Is that what you're
No,
saying?
McGoobies.
He's dancing at McDougal's.
McGoobies.
McDougal's is a
Could you
horrible strip
imagine?
club in Pasadena, Maryland.
Yeah.
Just
It
for
is.
those who don't know.
Which is BYOB.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I've never been there. I just heard.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
As much as you like the chest stains, come on, Mark.
Yeah.
No,
There's
we're
lots
onto
of
ya.
scars there.
Yeah, lots of scars.
No, like
From
physical
pregnancies,
scars
from
and
pregnancy.
people that are scarred
Oh, okay.
when they leave. Yeah, lots of scars.
You come out looking like Thor. From
Yeah.
Ragnarok. He burned my eyes out.
I'm gonna wear an eye patch
Yeah,
now.
wear an eye patch. If you wear an eye patch in there, you actually fit in. There's some peg leg strippers in there.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God.
Pizza with pineapple. That's a big no for me.
Oh, that's
a no?
sad.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you
I'm
didn't
not
pick
a
that
big-
pen up and scratch that shit right on out.
I don't like. I'll eat pineapple if it sometimes in something, but it's just not my thing. I prefer just
Not?
I'll just eat like a meat lover's pizza.
Yeah.
Minus no anchovies.
Who doesn't like a meat lover's
Yeah.
pizza?
Who doesn't love the meat?
That's right. That's right.
Man, for breakfast today, I had two kinds of meat. I had sausage and bacon.
Okay.
It was great.
Whoa,
all
we're
right.
getting personal.
Yeah. Okay. Where was I? I was at work.
I had the meat lover's breakfast.
That's hilarious. Come stay at our house. Have the meat lover's breakfast.
There's too much sausage. There's too much sausage.
What was my first car? Or was it my favorite mode of transportation? I don't know what the question was. I'll just tell you what my
Yeah,
first
your
car was.
favorite.
My first car was a 1981 Chrysler Cordova. If you ever want to look that up, it was white with red velvet interior. And
Oh my God.
friends called it the Terrace Mobile. But as far as favorite, I like a pickup truck. I just love a basic pickup truck with 8-foot bed.
You want a pickup truck?
I own a pickup. Yep, I love them. I have one. It's my thing. Now that one out there that I drove here, that's my commuter car back and forth to DC.
Oh, okay.
So it gets good gas mileage. Have I ever I found a lost Star Wars toy?
We never got clarification. I don't know if they mean literally a lost Star Wars story or something hard to find.
I don't know. That's a great question.
Well,
Yeah.
that's up to Mark's interpretation.
Yeah.
Because he's the toy guy.
Okay, you
and
can
he's
interpret
a
it.
Star Wars guy.
You interpreted this weird Gastlecast language.
I've found the Star Wars figure inside of like another toy. I heard something rattling around the toy that I bought, and I'm like, "What the hell is in here?" And I took it apart, and there was a Star Wars figure in there.
Oh my God.
I think it was one of the common ones. I think it was like Prune Face or something. He was just rattling around like, what? And here's the funny thing: the person would have had to take it apart to put it in there, because it was nowhere for it to go
Well, a
in.
kid probably would do
Probably,
something like
some
that. Yeah.
a-hole kid did it.
Some a-hole kid.
Yeah.
Kids are
I'm watching you, kid.
They are, yeah.
I see you
don't-
out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just treasure collectible. I would probably say I would probably grab my Lord of the Rings. That's all in one case together. If I had to grab one.
That's like, how about one action figure? What one action figure would
just
you grab?
one action figure? Oh man. Oh.
Your house is on fire, God forbid, and you have to grab one figure. Which figure are you grabbing?
I will grab my. Man, that's such a good question. I would grab my Mego Robin It's not the original one I had as a kid because that one got something. That one ended up not. I know why I don't have it. Because here's why I would grab that one, because it's sentimental value. When I was a kid, I actually had a Robin Migo, and I got the leg stuck in between my teeth.
What?
Yeah, so there's hooks on them, metal hooks, where they're jointed in with rubber bands, and an idiot kid, I'm like, and I got it hooked between the two of my bottom teeth, and I had a leg. I'm like, oh, mom, dad, and there's this foot, hanging out my mouth.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so it took pliers, and my mom, who's actually a very big woman, she's like 5'10", she held me down while my dad, who's 5'7", had pliers and pulled them out of my teeth.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so I would grab that because it'd just be funny. That's probably why.
It has a story behind it.
Yeah. And then advice for a new collector: research. Don't buy a toy line or a toy until you research it. Know everything about what you're trying to buy. Because there's so many people out there trying to scam you right now.
Oh, yeah.
So many people that just are more about the money. They're not about the hobby. They don't care about you. They don't care about the toys. And my thing is you should learn about it.
Yeah.
So even if it's just one small figure like this, my fault. Read it.
That's okay.
Figure out what you want and what you're willing to spend. And and the other thing is, if you want something and it's a lot of money, there's tons of them out there.
Yeah,
there's tons of toys. Now there are some rare ones that are hard to find, but if you see it and you want it, just buy it. Because at the end of the day, it's for you.
Yeah.
And if you pass up on it, you don't want to have regret later.
Right.
I mean, everybody has buyer's remorse. I can't believe I spent $300 on that. But you know what? It goes away in like 20 minutes.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
After you look at it a
After you
couple
look
times.
at it, you stare at it, you pet it, stroke it.
Right. I actually have a regret story with Captain America. No, I'm sorry. Spider-Man from Spider-Man Homecoming Hot Toys, the deluxe version. I was going to buy it. I had it in the cart, and I didn't check out, and now you can't find it anywhere for less than like $450.
Yeah.
So that's one of my big regrets.
Yeah, and you just if you want it. I mean, you shouldn't pay way overpriced for it because, like I said, there is toys out there. You don't, because people are like, oh, these are hard to get. These are hard to get. There's always another one.
Oh, absolutely.
But you do have to worry about the prices going up. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Heather's gonna kill me right now because I'm about to let go a secret.
What's that?
Jeez. What hot toy did you buy?
I pre-ordered a hot toy today. I pre-ordered black and red Spider-Man from the new Spider-Man film. I'm really excited about it. Far From Home. I'm really excited about it.
What did you buy me?
Huh? Well,
You're gonna share an excitement.
Yeah, I don't think I can. Yeah, right. I don't think I can tell them what I bought. But it was from a place called Lovecraft. So I bought something really cool over there.
That's right up the street too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it has a fist on it. It's weird. So we asked him questions, but now we have our own questions. Heather. You select the winner.
I like the last question.
The last question is the winner.
Yes, the share advice.
Wow.
Oh, who was that, Heather?
You know, it's so funny because that was my favorite too. That was Alex Mark. Alex Mark, congratulations.
Congratulations, Alex Mark.
Chase.
Yeah, so now we have random questions that we've spun up, and then after we come off the random questions, usually we have a lot of fun with that. That's where our fun comes in. I mean, this whole thing's been fun, but we have a lot of fun with the random questions. We'll start talking about a little bit more about the toy show. The Expo that's coming up this weekend. That's very important in Millersville, Maryland. The Toy Expo 2.0.
Yes, 2.0.
It's going to be really exciting. I can't wait to go.
I'm super excited.
So we have 3 questions here. They're all very... What? Did you do 4? Okay.
I wrote one down in case I couldn't find another.
Oh, okay.
Let the boss do it.
Go ahead, Heather. Ready?
If you could eat only one food item for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Mac and cheese.
Wow, Matt, that was quick.
Yep.
Holy crap.
Because I make the best mac and cheese. Even though everybody makes it the same, mine always turns out
You mean like the box macaroni and cheese?
Yeah.
Oh, you make a really good box of macaroni.
I just make it perfect.
You're a pro at the box macaroni and cheese.
I don't know. You've never had my box
Whoa.
And you've never had my box.
We should have a box mac and cheese cook-off.
We'll have a cook-off, and we can do a live, and then we can blindfold him.
Why are we talking about eating boxes?
We can blindfold Chris, and he can taste and tell us who's the best. That's a great one, right?
I'm in trouble either way.
Yeah.
What is one food that I would eat every single day?
Yes, for the rest of your life. That's the only food you can have.
Does it have any is it going to cause any bad health? Like, is it going to be
No,
okay?
you're getting nutrients elsewhere somehow, or for whatever reason, this food is going to have all the nutrients you need to survive. But it's just that food. He would die off mac and cheese after like a year.
Well, here's the problem. I'd have to have a cow because I need milk.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? I mean, I'd be screwed. And butter. Where am I going to get butter? I'd be churning my own butter out there. I don't even know.
Dude, you're churning your own butter.
I didn't even think about that.
You're churning your own butter emote. I want to record that. Can you do that again?
Yeah.
That was the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life.
You're really good at that.
That is the best. Have you done that in real life for real?
No.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
No cow.
The churning the butter was incredible. That should be a gift.
Can I tell a really quick story?
Yeah, sure.
One time I went to Blobs Park. Do you know where that is?
No.
Or what it is? It was in Jessup. It's been since sold, but it's a place where a lot of schools would take kids for like field trips. They had like a petting zoo. They had a pumpkin patch. They had like these weird days where they would have like a themed festival type thing, and you can learn about like different cultures and stuff, which was cool. One year I went for like the fall like pumpkin patch. They had like a petting zoo, and then they had it where you could milk a cow. My great aunt worked there. She like volunteered there or something. And I saw her. I was on a field trip. I saw her. She was in charge of the milking a cow station. And I was so scared to milk that cow. I have no idea why, but I refused to do it. I cried. I screamed. I refused.
Why?
I don't know. I was like 5 years old, and I
She
didn't
has
have
the
a
most
hold on my
strange
own
stories.
emotions.
Yeah, you're just afraid to grab the teat?
Yeah,
I
I
gotta
think
grab
so.
the teeth in.
I think so.
Grab it high?
My favorite story with Heather, there's Double T Diner.
I love those.
She goes,
No,
I can't tell that story. I seriously
We
can't.
can tell it after the live.
Why? We can tell a PG version of it.
No.
Seriously?
I don't want that.
Oh my god, this is an incredible
On
story.
the
Like, why we can't tell it on here? I don't understand.
I don't
But
want
it's
it
the
on
most
here.
incredible story of all time. So let me just tell you now, this is the reason why she doesn't like Double T Diner.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it makes
It's the
me
reason
feel
why
sick.
she doesn't like it, and it makes absolutely zero sense.
No.
But one food that I would eat for every day would be a burrito bowl. Because Chipotle burrito bowl or Fiero near, like, where I work, those places have amazing burrito bowls. I would eat that every single day. Heather, what is yours?
It's funny you say that because same thing.
Really?
Yeah, probably Qdoba.
And this is why we're husband and wife.
Twinsies.
That's right.
I got one word for you. Lame.
I hate both of you.
Yeah.
Heather, what is the second random question? Who are you talking to?
Mark V. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his last name because he yells at us.
Videro. Go ahead.
No, it isn't.
Oh, I
it
thought
has
he was
another
just.
random
I thought he was
R.
just cool and had a. I'm just gonna go with V for my last name.
Yeah, my name's
Yeah.
V. You call me
Mark
V. I drive a Corvette V.
All right. Name a product or service you love so much you'd gladly be their spokesperson.
It's a what? Say it again?
A product or service that you love so much that you would gladly be the spokesperson.
Interesting.
That's a great question. What product do I love?
I'm easy for me. Pornhub. No, I'm kidding. No.
I can see
No, you're not.
a robe, cigar,
Hi,
lots
I'm
of
Chris.
Lots of lotion.
Let me just talk to you about Pornhub. Give me a moment. I have a few words to say about a lovely website called Pornhub.
I don't even. That's a great way. A product I would promote. Trying to think of what I use. I know what I know. Baby wipes.
Really? Baby wipes?
Because I use them on my butt.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Use baby
Hold
wipes?
on.
Yeah, because otherwise I get all raw and chafed.
You got to use the baby wipe.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Wow, we're learning a lot about you tonight, Mark Ryan.
Hey,
So-
I'm just gonna throw it all out there.
Wow.
We have friends who have a bidet. Have you ever tried one of those?
I've never tried it, but I've played with one.
Me too.
I drank out of one once.
Yeah. What is this
It's
for?
like it's a fountain.
It's for washing your backside, right? And or Crocodile Dundee.
So what product would you endorse? What would you endorse?
Me?
Yeah.
I would endorse ebates.com. It's amazing.
Ebates?
Yep, Ebates.
What would I endorse? That's
Can
a good question.
Can I tell you why?
No, go ahead. I'm just trying to think.
So it's a website / app where you get on right before you're about to do your online shopping. You're going to go buy a hairdryer from Walmart.com, right? It's $100. So right now, Ebates is offering...
Oh, God, this is so boring.
No, it's so good, I promise
I'm going to kill myself! Why are we talking about this?
Okay, it is 1%, but up to 5% cash back. So different categories get you different percentages of cash back on Walmart, but it's not that way on every website. So if it's 5% cash back for that $100 hairdryer, you get $5, and they send you a check quarterly.
So I'm gonna guess that you're already getting paid for that.
I'm not.
Oh, God, you should be.
Yeah.
I get paid.
Okay, my answer was Chipotle.
I use Ebates.
I'm done. That's it. Chipotle.
We don't even go to Chipotle.
I love Chipotle. What are you talking about?
When do you
Heather
go?
likes Qdoba. Qdoba's good, but I like my Chipotle.
Qdoba has an app.
I'd like to have a
where you
chance
get
of having
points.
some sort of poisoning when I go to my restaurants. You know what I mean?
I like Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, yeah, see?
I mean,
Your baby wipes,
Yeah.
Ebates, Chipotle.
yeah, it all goes together.
Yeah, that's right. That's really interesting that you wipe your buttocks with the baby wipe. That's great.
Yes.
That's so you
I
don't get a
travel.
hem. You don't want to get a Hemi. I get it.
No.
Who wants a
They're
Hemi?
not, they're not fun.
No, they're not. No.
I travel.
They're
with
not called a
them. I
Fundroid, I'll tell you that.
I travel with them.
Oh my God.
Take them to work with me. You never know when you're gonna have an emergency.
Wait, what? Wait, so when you're walking down the street, if I catch you walking down the street, are you going to have a pack of these on you?
If I got my backpack on, I might have it with me. I never know if I might have to go to the bathroom. So.
Why do you have a backpack? Well, funny story.
It's got my butt wipes in it.
You know, fun fact,
I got my butt wipes in there.
fanny packs are coming back in,
They
so
are.
you could put your butt wipes.
I could have a little. It's a little.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right, with the little hole, and you just pull it right out. You're ready for children at any point in time.
Did I hear a spill?
Always ready.
Yeah, that would kind of be weird.
I'm ready for any mess. Go ahead, Heather. What's the
Any
next question?
mess? Oh God.
What's the
All
next
right, last question,
question? Oh God.
and I still don't have my answer.
Okay.
What two totally normal things become weird if you do them back to back?
Two truly normal things.
I thought it was an interesting question, and if we don't have any answers, I have another question, but it's stupid, so please come up with an answer for this.
Pooping and sex. Because that just seems kind of gross.
Actually, I would say if you're gonna be pooping and then
Unless you
sex.
have the
Yeah.
butt wipes.
It's true.
Oh, that's right. If you have a butt
They're right
wipe,
on the back of the
everything's...
toilet.
I forgot. Everything's cleaned up then. Two things that are
Mark
weird if
always
they're
comes
back to back.
prepared.
Two things weird back to back.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Tennis and then a cross-country road trip on foot.
Okay. I don't think a cross-country road trip on foot is a normal thing.
Going to 7-Eleven to buy paper towels and then going to Costco to buy your steak. It's like, what? Why wouldn't you just wait until you go to Costco?
That's smart. Got it.
Oh, I got it. How about the? Okay, now I know everyone's guilty of this. You leave the grocery store with $300 of groceries, and you stop and get fast food on the way home
Yes.
to eat, and instead of just cooking, which is
That's
fun.
right.
Two
I've
perfectly
done
normal
this.
things that make no sense when you do it.
I've done that.
Yeah.
I've done that.
We do it all the time.
Yeah.
Did we do it all the time?
Yeah,
We
$300
do
Too
worth.
much.
$300.
Too much, some would say.
$300 worth of groceries. Hey, you want Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I could really go for a burrito right now.
We got that weird broccoli in the back, but
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
get a taco.
We have a bag back there, but I want a 5-layer burrito.
Yeah.
Heather, what are two things that you do that are weird together?
So the main thing that I could think of, and I actually sort of planned this stuff, but I don't know if most people can plan this sort of thing.
Okay.
Going and taking a shower and then immediately pooping.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, that's weird.
I've done that.
Yeah.
And then I get in the shower again.
Yeah.
Do you really? Well, you have those wipes. What are you doing? Those wipes can do everything.
That was pre-wipe.
We're always gonna go back to wipe.
Yeah.
I got those Clorox bleach wipes. Everything cleans everything up.
Clorox bleach.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Clorox bleach wipes.
Yeah.
Or Clorox.
Use
Why
Lysol.
did I say Clorox?
Lysol wipes.
Oh, that's bad news.
Why is it stinging?
What is your fourth question? I'm just interested to know what your fourth question is.
It's really stupid. What is the scariest movie you've ever seen?
I've never been scared by a movie.
Same.
Actually,
no, I'm lying.
Scariest movie for me of all time, I'm talking like of my entire life, was a movie called Fire in the Sky. It was about a dude. It's supposed to be based around true events, where a dude gets sucked into a spaceship, and then they show like him undergoing tests by aliens in the spaceship.
That.
It's creepy. It's weird. I have not seen it in years.
That's the 90s?
Yes.
Okay.
It's weird.
Okay, I think I've seen that.
I did not. As a kid, I slept in my mom and dad's bed for like 7 months, and I was 15. It was rough. It was really rough times for me.
I can tell you that I think that two of the best horror movies that have come out in a long, long time was Conjuring.
Yes.
And Lights Out.
Never seen that.
I never saw that.
Is it Lights Out? It's the one with the mom lived. I think it's called Lights Out. The mom is Mary McCormick. She's the blonde hair lady, but she has like a you can't see her, but she has like this friend that it's like a
2016?
creature. Yeah, 2016. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That movie was probably one of the best horror movies, other than Conjuring, that I'd seen in a long time.
I have not seen that.
Yeah,
that's something we'll have to watch.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
But she has two. She has a daughter.
This one?
Has it got Mary McCormick in it? Can you see who's in it?
I don't think so.
Mary McCormick.
She was the cop on TV. She's also in Grown Ups. She plays Kevin James's wife.
Yeah, I don't think
she was also Howard Stern's wife in the Howard Stern
Private Parts
film.
Yes, she's a very attractive lady too.
So Heather, what is your most scary horror film? None. You asked a question, and your answer was none. Beautiful, great job.
No, I said that I lied. Not in plain sight.
She was in
1408. That was the one with the hotel room.
She was in plain sight.
Into the Dark. No, that's a TV series. Okay.
I thought it was called Lights Out.
Falling Water? No, that's a TV series.
We're all on our phones while we're.
What is this show and movie?
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's gonna kill us now, right?
The Crash?
No.
Okay, well, guys, here's how you can win Hydro Man.
Maria Bello.
Oh.
Not McCormick, Bello.
Oh,
yeah,
Bello.
Lights Out, Bello.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, wrong person.
Wrong lady.
So Heather,
I didn't answer.
Oh no, go ahead and answer.
I didn't answer.
I'm trying to give away this Hydro Man. Come on.
I know they're really excited for it. So one movie that scared me was Insidious, and it was only because I fell asleep immediately after and then had to walk home in the pitch black.
Okay.
And I kept thinking that the weird creature with the long hands was going to like come out of a tree.
Okay, good.
And Annabelle freaked me out. I have a weird thing about dolls.
I was upstairs and I heard her screaming down the basement watching the movie.
I didn't scream.
It was like that. It wasn't
I didn't scream.
It wasn't a long scream. It was.
You know it's not real.
Yeah.
Look.
I know, but it really freaked me out.
So
like I just have a thing about
to win
dolls.
Hydro Man.
Okay.
How you can win Hydro Man is this. You have to ask Heather questions.
Oh.
And Heather has to select a question that she wants to answer from you. They can be funny. They could be real. The question could be, how do you deal with Chris every day? That's a good question. I don't have a good answer, but that's a good question. But ask your questions, Heather will choose the winner. And then let's talk about now, because as we're closing out here, we've been on here for a while now. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah, been on here for a while.
Oh, yeah.
So give us a little bit more insight about this Toy Expo. What got you started? What made you want to do this?
So, like I said, I've been going to the shows since the 90s, traveling around, and I've seen all these other shows, how they're ran, and there's some good shows that are ran. And I got with one day, I had been wanting to do a show, and I have a friend named Christian, Christian and his girlfriend Heather, they're the two other, the three of us are a team doing this. Okay. So I met Christian and Heather at a toy show, and we became friends. We started going to shows together, and I just called him one day and was like, hey man, I want to do a show. You want to do it with me? And I said, you want to go in halves?
Just like that.
Just like that. And he was like, I'm all in. So, so we started looking around. So Christian is a advertising machine. Like he does he's like the book guy in the computer. He does all the layouts. I'm the guy on the streets that's, getting out there, talking to people, communicating. I do all the shows.
You're the man of the people.
And then Heather is our designer. So she designs all of our logos,
oh, that's
all of
awesome.
our stuff, everything. And all the stuff she's done is really amazing. We have a new banner this year. We have a new pop-up stand. All of our advertisements are done by her.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, I just called him up one day and said, let's, last year, or not, it wouldn't have been last year, it was like months before we actually did a show. And so I went around, I found that the community center we used last year right away, called a table place, got quotes. We started, we knew a bunch of people because from doing toy shows, we started asking them, hey, would you do a show if we did it? They were like, yeah, no, there's no show in this area. Because everybody likes the Dave Hart show.
Sure,
It's a lot of tin toys and
right. Dave Hart is a toy show locally in Pasadena,
but it's known
Maryland.
as a collectible show. It's
right.
an antique and collectible show.
Sure.
So we started doing. People were like, yeah, we love the idea that you're bringing a toy show here. So we got it kicked off and we got a great response. We had, we filled up 63 tables, and then people were like, hey, you doing it again next year? And we were like, well, we were gonna see how one went, and then so we decided to do a second one. And we doubled the size, and I mean, it's incredible.
You guys
the response of people we've gotten.
You guys are doing awesome, man.
And the thing is we our goal was to get to 100 tables, and then when we got to 110, we were like, whoa, and then 115, and it kept going and going, and now we're kind of like, the place we're at, we actually left room because we didn't want to like overdo ourselves.
Sure.
So the next show. And here's the big announcement. We have a show planned for November 2nd.
My birthday!
This is the first announcement of it.
What? It's my birthday. Heather, you hear that? They're having a toy show on my birthday?
We're going.
Oh my God, I went 6 to midnight! Holy crap.
No, we've had this decided for a while. We actually had cards printed up. We're going to give them away at the show when people come through to get tickets. So November 2nd, Saturday, November 2nd is our next show. We're going to start doing 2 a year.
Cool,
They're always going to be the same weekends.
You guys are really banging this stuff out.
And we plan on adding more spaces. So hopefully, because we actually have a wait list. People wanted to get in the show, but no one dropped out, which is, this is awesome.
So, are we planning on having Gastlecast tables?
For
each
show? You have a table.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be there.
You have a table.
Yeah, so we plan on being there for the show this weekend.
Yep,
so
Saturday.
We'll be there. We'll be there hanging out. We're going to go live for a little while. I don't know how much Heather will probably drop in a little bit later on, but I'm going to run it. We're going to talk about the toy show. Maybe we'll find some people. You can help me find some people we can talk to.
Oh, sure.
And just have some conversation, have a good time. I'll give away a couple things while we're live there. I'll bring a couple things with me, and we'll have a good time there. I'm looking forward to it.
So yeah, it's so it's Saturday 9 to 3, $5 admission for adults. Kids 12 and under are free, as long as they're with a paying adult. It's 3 kids max per adult.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean there's going to be plenty of parking. You don't have to worry about that.
Cool.
Trying to think. Oh, there'll be food there. So the actual complex has a concession stand, so there'll be food like pizzas and pretzels and
awesome
and things like that. And there's a little area outside of the showroom floor where you can eat and
you've literally thought of everything.
Yeah, the only bad thing is this place had an ATM, but I guess the expenses went up, so they did away with their ATM. So we were supposed to have it. We're a little bummed, but
bring cash.
Bring cash.
Cash is king.
A lot of the vendors take PayPal and whatever that other stuff is. Emo.
Yeah. Venmo.
Nemo.
Yeah, Finding Nemo.
Yeah, finding. But cash is always king.
Yeah.
I mean, people love cash. A lot of guys don't want it to be tracked.
Sure. So all the tables that are filled there, are there people that are just coming that they're just themselves and they're selling some of their stuff?
Yes.
So there's some of that. Then there's some of actual businesses are going to be there?
Yeah, so as businesses, we got Shazam Comics and Toys.
Okay.
Which is actually my friend Mike's. He's a big promoter of it. And he actually is the one that talked us into doing comics, because last year he was the only comic dealer. Okay. And he was like, hey, I think you should open up to more comic guys, because it really wasn't what we're doing. So Christian and I talked it over, and Mike pushed us to it, and that's why we're as big as it is now.
So Shazam Comics, just to give them a little bit of props here, they have a Facebook?
They have Facebook.
So Shazam Comics, Pasadena, Maryland.
Yep.
Do they have a website?
Yes, they do. Shazam Comics and Toys, .com.
Okay.
They also so they have their website, they have the Facebook, and I sell toys at his. I do when I go to shows and actually sell. It's under the store name.
Excellent.
So yeah, we're so he's right on Mountain Road across from the Lakeshore Fire Department.
Yes.
Then we also got Third Eye Comics.
Awesome.
We got Lost in Times Toys. We have Second Chance Toys right here in Glen Burnie.
Okay.
We have I don't want to forget anybody. I have to look at my phone here, but because I want to make sure I get everybody props here.
Make sure you go and check out Shazam. Is it Comics and
Toys? Yep.
Comicsandtoys.com.
So we got Groundbreaking Comics, All American Comics and Collectibles,
Excellent.
AA Comics and Cards, Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone in Glen Burnie, Maryland.
Yep, they're coming.
Awesome.
Then we got our. So Blair Webb, if you're familiar with him, he's a comic book artist.
Okay.
He does our official prints for our show. So did you see the Master of the Universe one last year? He did the half print of He-Man's guys and then the other Skeletor, and you combine them together.
Yes. Yeah.
So
yeah.
Blair Webb, he's drawn for Living Corpses, that comic book.
Okay.
He's done some he's worked with some of the Marvel guys.
Cool.
He's illustrated some books.
Awesome.
But he's our official guy. So he did a print this year. It's the Thundercats one that we've been promoting.
Okay.
That's an official print that'll be for sale at the show for $10.
Sweet.
So every show he does an official print. We give him a toy line or a thing, and he does it up.
So
That's awesome.
any future online sales for raffle tickets for some of the print type of stuff? Anything we're thinking about in the future for online stuff?
Like I said earlier, we're thinking about trying to do the selling pre-tickets, but we want to see what response we get this year, because I'm my goal is a stretch goal. I'm hoping 800 to 1,000 people show up.
Wow.
That's what I'm really hoping for.
Wow, that would be amazing.
We get to that
I'm sure
point.
you can get it.
I think we can too. I mean, the word of mouth right now for this show is really big. I mean,
yeah.
we do our Facebook advertisement, but people are really promoting it for us, and it's great.
Dude, that's great.
Yeah. So
you couldn't ask for more than that.
Yeah, and if we get then we're doing these spots which helps us a lot. So thank you.
Sure.
But yeah, if we get to that point, I think then we can start thinking about doing the online pre-sales. The prints. Actually, Blair takes them to all the other shows he does throughout the year. He takes the prints with him, so
okay.
You can get them whenever, or you can contact him directly.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm there, I might actually grab a couple from him, and I'll give those away on the channel.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'll do that
because they're the official, and he does other drawings and stuff. But outside of that, then we got individual people who just want to sell stuff that they same thing. They buy toys and buy these lots, and they're like, okay, let's need to get rid of some stuff. Oh, of course, MACC is going to be there.
Yes, Mid-Atlantic Collector Corps.
You probably see Brandon, Mark.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Steve and Paul won't be there because they're moving to Georgia. They actually leave Saturday morning.
So Steve and Paul, Steven actually married us.
Okay.
Well, yeah, when we got married, now it's been, a month ago? Can't believe that.
Almost 2.
Almost 2 months now. Yeah, it's
you guys
crazy.
are an old couple.
I know. Oh my God. Yeah. So he actually married us. So Steven was one of the founders of Mid-Atlantic Collector Corp, but he's moving away. So that leaves Mark and his admins there. But they're a great group here.
Yeah, Brian.
We talk about them all. Yeah, Brian. We talk about all those guys quite often. In fact, I'm going to see if I can't get tied up with one of them while we're there, and they can come on and talk with us and all that kind of jazz. What I do need to talk to you about a little bit more is how I'm going to run power to some of my stuff. So we'll have to get to that and Wi-Fi and all that jazz if we go live. So we'll follow up at that a little bit later.
Okay,
on. Yeah. Heather, you have questions in front of you so people can win. One of our lucky viewers is going to win a Hydro Man from Spider-Man Far From Home. He's number 475. He's glow in the dark, and he's from Barnes and Noble.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Heather, what are the questions that you have written down here? I would love to know.
Okay, I have a lot.
Okay.
Hey, there is a lot.
All right, what made you want to be a hairstylist?
Oh my God! So Heather recently went to my son's school, and she did a whole day.
I did a career day. Whoever asked that, you should have been at the school, because I went over all of that.
Right.
Actually, I had just graduated high school, and I was like, what do I want to do for the rest of my life? And, like, I've thought about it, like, all growing up, and I couldn't, like...
All growing up? Okay.
All growing up. Well, whenever you're asked, what do you want to be when you grow up, you just give a random answer, something that sounds fun that day, whatever. But consistently, like, throughout the years, I would say I would like to be a hairstylist. No reason why I was not good at doing hair. I didn't, like, do all my friends' hair for homecoming or prom or anything, but for some reason, that's what I always said. So I went one day, checked a local school out, and saw what it was about, saw how much it was.
I'm really regretting that we asked you any questions.
Put a down payment on that next week, and now I'm a hairstylist. And I love it.
Question 1, done.
Has Chris moved the plunger? No, I have.
So they got on, or she got on me for putting the plunger in the bathroom.
So
that's where I keep mine.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Everybody.
Hold
You know
on.
what? Literally.
Guess what it sits on top of?
What?
A wipey.
That's good. See, let me tell you something.
Just one little
it's
wipey.
one little wipey and it's on top of it. So I swear to God.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna take a picture when I go home and send it to you.
Dude, those wipies are everything in your life right now. Holy crap.
I do have a question.
For whom?
Well, no, I don't have a question. Because you answered that. So the only time a plunger belongs in a bathroom is if there is a closet in or around the bathroom. You can put it in the closet. Or if it's in a little holder or something to keep it from going on the floor.
Ask her where.
Wipe!
Hold on. Ask her where the plunger is.
It's in the garage because we don't.
Why is it in the garage?
Yeah, when you got a tool with a turd coming out.
If I'm in the bathroom,
if
I'm in the bathroom and I'm having a shit fit, that thing is nowhere to be around for me to fix the toilet. That's a problem. I consider that a problem, and that's ridiculous.
Then get a plunger that has something for the water to go into when you're done using it.
But imagine if you had to go to the garage every time you needed toilet paper.
We do.
We do.
When you do the... Oh, dude, you should see me. Sometimes I'm just like, sometimes I'm just totally F it mode. I walk nude. I'm walking. I'm in. Like,
just
right?
your shirt on?
Yep. No, I Donald Duck it. I Donald Duck it, just a shirt. No sock, no pants, no underpants. I just totally Donald Duck it right on out.
Bad news.
Uh-huh. It's terrible.
Hilarious.
How does it feel to be Chris's favorite hot toy?
Ooh.
You should see what she can do. Hold
on. You know that's a winning question.
That's right.
It is a pretty good question.
I've never broken her, by the way. I break a lot of other toys.
It feels pretty good.
I haven't broken her.
No, not yet. How do I feel about Tabitha Coffee? You know, I have not watched enough of that show to really be affected by it.
Yeah, what
she is the one that's behind Tabitha's Salon Takeover. She goes in and like redoes salons because like, the people that run it are pieces of crap.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah, I don't watch enough of her to care.
Well, let's act like that's a good.
That
was a good question.
No, it really is.
That was a really good question.
It is a good question.
But we don't have a good answer for. Sorry, I don't. Coffee.
Have I done any more surfing on ironing boards? No, I have not.
Oh yeah,
but
so
I
we
have
posted
ironed.
today where our hotel room. When we went to see Rammstein like 2 years ago, it flooded with water. By the way, I saw that. This is a story. So we arrived to the hotel before the concert, and we go inside of like to get our room, key and all that stuff. So as I walk in, there's a woman, a lobby. I don't know words. So this old woman is like behind us, and you know how like on walkers they'll have like the little balls. There's no balls. It's just spikes. She's going, poof, boom. And she walks in, and we're in line, like to be next in line. And she goes, something's wrong with my toilet. It's broken. Something happened to it. Somebody needs I need help in the bathroom. And I looked at Heather, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is hilarious, right? And I kept going like, bathroom, oh my God, like that. So we walk out. Meanwhile, she's like causing like a shit fit inside this place. So we go up into our room, we put all of our stuff down, we get dressed, we're ready for the concert, we're like, let's go. We get in the car, we head to the concert. On our way back, we decide to stop at Taco Bell to get food. So I go in, I get food, I get this, like, dude, seriously? It was the best looking Taco Bell I've ever had. In fact, it was like picturesque. Like you could have like put like garnish next to it. You could have made it totally like a cover picture. You could have made it a cover picture for Taco Bell's website.
It was the Mexican pizza.
Yes.
That is actually like on the menu.
It was incredible. Oh, it looked incredible.
A fiesta.
Picture.
Oh yeah, I didn't even want to eat it.
Was great.
I was too busy looking at it. So anyway, we scarf up the food. We go back to the place. As soon as we walk in, she flushes the toilet and water just goes blub, 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 and it comes out. It goes all over the floor. If you see the video, it's like 2 inches deep.
By the way, I only peed.
There's a moral of the story.
What?
There wasn't a plunger in that bag.
That's right, exactly. See? Thank you.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's water all over the floor. Heather then puts down the ironing board. That's what she's using as like her bridge. Like now we're pirates. So that's what we're using to get to the bathroom.
That's called a plank, Chris.
A plank.
Not a bridge. A bridge, now we're in
I told you I'm not good with words, Heather. Thank you. That's why you're here, is to finish my stories. So, at the end of the night, we disrobe. Now we're nude, and we're in bed. We sleep nude, by the way. It's weird. It's not weird. It's kind of sexy. So we're nude, and I'm laying in bed, and it's like 3 a.m. And my eyes shoot open, and I hear this noise in my belly. It goes, and I was like, oh, shit, right? So Heather's laying there, and Heather, she wakes up. You just do this. She's waking up. She wakes up. She's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. So I'm laying there, and I'm like, oh my God, the toilet's broken. So I can't go in there and take a shit right now. And secondly, if I get up, I have to walk in water. I have to put shoes on. I don't want to put shoes on. It's 3 a.m. So I'm laying there, and I go, Heather, I'm sweating. I was like, you got to have Pepto-Bismol or something. And she gave me the Pepto-Bismol. Thank God for that Pepto-Bismol.
I was saying, well, you just go in the tub.
It kept everything together.
Turn the shower on.
Yeah, I know, with my shoes on, nude, only shoes on, just only shoes. Yeah. I'm crapping in the bathtub. Where are my wipes? Where's Mark Ryan with my wipes? So anyway, the next day,
unhook the thing and spray.
Somehow it turned like my stomach into concrete. Like I didn't have to go to the bath. I didn't do anything. I woke up the next day. I didn't have to pee or anything. It was crazy. So I ended up going. I drank like a whole bottle of Pepto, by the way. I don't know if that's good for you. So we ended up getting to a car. We went to like a pit stop. I went in this bathroom. You wouldn't even believe what happened. I think at one point I was hanging on the rafters while I was in there. I tore that bathroom up so bad that it wouldn't flush. It was very similar to the hotel. I had to leave, and I watched a little kid go in there, and I was like, oh my God. I ran out. I think I left my coat, but I just ran.
You had your pants up though.
I did. No pants on. I left my pants still. They just saw a nude man running out with just a shirt. He's Donald ducking it. Yeah, that was me. Yeah, that's my crapping story at Ramside. Go ahead, Heather. Next question.
One thing you've told Chris not to touch, but it broke. I know this has definitely happened.
Okay.
But I don't know the specific circumstances. And this actually happens all the time, not like just him touching stuff. It happens like, well, if you do this, this is gonna happen. And he doesn't listen. And whatever I said was gonna happen, happens anyway. It happens all the time.
Okay.
I'm such a mom. It actually, the most memorable one wasn't you. It was actually Max. And I probably shouldn't tell this story on air, should I?
Okay. You can if it's going to be fast.
Oh, okay.
And if it's as good as my story, because my story's pretty good.
It was a time, so I made... Chris really likes pepperoni and, like, weird cold meat and cheese.
Okay.
That's
that's not... He likes the cold meats.
Yeah.
He goes to funeral homes at night.
Can you say cold cut meats or something? Yeah. Can you help me out here?
It totally sounds like you go to funeral homes.
He likes a cold haul from time to time.
Okay, Bon, I'm looking for cold meat.
I have meat hooks.
Yeah.
All right, Heather. So we're eating cold meats. I don't know.
Okay, so I made them. I made Chris and Max. Max was like 5 years old at the time. I make them this big plate for them to share. Sharing is caring, right?
Right.
Plate with cheeses and pepperonis and crackers. I went to go and get the crackers. The crackers weren't out yet. Went to go and get the crackers, pulled them out of the pantry. I turn around. Max has devoured like 3/4 of this plate of pepperonis and cheese.
Yeah. Which is, by the way, it's not good.
It's really not
for
good.
anybody.
I said, Max, dude, this was for you and Daddy. Like, I told you that you guys had to split it. And Chris was like, oh, let him do what he wants. He's a growing boy. I said, Chris, This is a plate of pepperoni and cheese. Okay, it would be different if it were dinner, but this is pepperoni and cheese, enough for a grown man and someone else to share.
Right.
He's eaten almost all of it. He's like, oh, well, I'll get some more. I said, it isn't about whether you get some or not. This is about all of this being devoured by a 5-year-old.
Now you're going into the argument. End the story.
Yes.
Backed up.
I had a lot of Pepto.
No. I said, Max, you're going to get sick. 5 a.m. rolls around, and I heard him throwing up. Thank God it was in the toilet, because I have a serious, like, really, really bad fear of vomit. In the toilet, I don't know how. At 5 years old, I would throw up, like, on a bed or on the floor.
And then cry about it.
Yeah, and then cry about it.
He
was like a freaking champ. I guess he was, like, taking his punishment. He's like, I really shouldn't have eaten that pepperoni. The least I can do is do this in the toilet. I don't know.
Right.
So that was an I told you so moment.
That was, but not for me.
It was sort of to you because you said, oh, he's a grown boy. Okay. No, he's a throwing up boy.
What's question 784?
784. No, it's not that many questions. It's actually long stories. Okay. Ever had a Freddy or Pennywise nightmare? Not that I remember.
Okay.
If Chris let me color it, if Chris let you color his hair any color, what color would you choose? Years ago, he used to color his hair black. You might think his hair is black now. It's not black. It's dark brown.
Right.
He used to color his hair black one time, or a couple times we did purple with the black, and I really dug that.
Yes.
That was pretty fun.
Sometimes I look like a lesbian afterwards. It was cool, though.
Well, you are sort of a lesbian, so that's okay.
Inside of a man's body.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my God, can you word it properly so I don't look so weird in front of my friends?
How does it feel to always have to be camera ready? Okay. At first...
Are you trying to say she's camera ready right now?
Yeah, I'm not.
No, she's gorgeous all the time. The one thing I can tell you is the other day I mentioned to Heather, and this is a very serious moment that we had. I said, I can never remember a time where you ever smell bad. And that's a true story. She's farted a couple times, it's been bad. But her like body odor has always been good. No BO. Her breath is usually pretty good. She's had a couple of times, not so much. But like her body odor is always like fine. Like she smells like a fresh picked flower every single time. And then on top of that, when she wakes up in the morning, and this is not being cheesy, she is the most beautiful when she wakes up in the morning. Because you're very I like my women all natural. I don't like a lot of makeup and all this stuff.
Is there a trash can?
Yeah. Hold on. But you look beautiful in the morning. I always tell you this, but you always so yes, Heather.
Don't eat too much of that pepperoni.
Heather is always camera ready, and most of the time she's wearing the ugliest pants you've ever seen in your life in the video, but you just can't see them. Right now she's wearing jeans, but typically she's wearing like
jeans, so.
She's wearing pants that are like multicolored. They have like faces of stuff on.
I have pink fox pants. That's one of my go-tos. I have these really ugly gray and white cheetah pants. I have a lot of those MC Hammer looking pants, like the joggers.
Yeah.
I have one with flower prints. One, actually, I was wearing when you came over, but I decided to change into something slightly more presentable. They're just gray, like heathered gray.
One more pair of pants, and let's move to the next question.
No, that's it.
Okay, good.
I got a lot more. But I actually don't ever feel camera ready. Every time I'm in front of the camera, unless we do something special earlier in the day, I don't feel like I look my best.
You look good.
And I feel like it was more of a priority when we started.
Right.
To look somewhat presentable, but now I just don't even care.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
God. All right.
I do normally put some sort of lip gloss on, though.
Can you just be like, I'm naturally pretty, that's great.
Yeah.
I look like a monster!
Just be cocky and get over it.
Yeah, right, exactly. I look like a monster all the time.
No, I don't feel like I look like a monster. I'm just saying.
Okay, what's the next question? I know,
prim.
you're not being prim and proper. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. What do you do outside of friends and family time for fun, you time?
Can I answer this? Because it's going to take you hours. She reads books, she plays video games, and she listens to music. Next.
My favorite thing in the whole world to do, aside from hang out with Chris, is to go to the park with my dog.
Boom! Done! Next question.
My favorite in the whole world. How close were you to going Julia Roberts? And then it had little running emojis. So I'm assuming Runaway Bride.
That was actually a pretty good movie.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was from the 90s.
Never saw it.
99.
Never saw it.
Richard Gere. Yeah. Well, this is a very interesting question.
That was a very interesting question.
So do I answer honestly or...
No, I'll be honest. She was running to the altar because she wanted to get married to me so bad.
I actually did a really fast walk to the altar.
She did. So,
I was so nervous
don't let
to
her
get it
fool
over
you. She wanted to marry me so hard.
I just wanted to get it over with.
You should have seen her that night.
She didn't want to get over
Different
that.
story. No, we went to bed. We went to sleep. We went to sleep.
No, I didn't almost become Runaway Bride.
Okay, good. What is your favorite question out of all the questions, Heather? You have to pick a winner!
You know, the most interesting to me...
Interesting?
I'm in between two.
It better not be the coffee question.
Oh, if it's the coffee question, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
I'm between these two. So how about you choose what your favorite is between those two? Oh, I'm sorry, not that one, not that one. That one, no, I don't like that one. This one.
Just like a woman.
No, I just marked it
I like
wrong.
this one. That was the best one. Yeah, there you go.
All right, the winner is, how does it feel to be Chris's favorite hot toy?
That was a great question.
Whoever that was, you win.
That was brilliant.
Whose idea was it to have Heather answer questions? Oh my God!
Petrino won.
Michael
the
Petrino.
Hydro Man chase.
Congratulations, Michael Petrino. So to follow up and to end this fun time that we've had here tonight. Did you have fun?
Very much fun.
Oh, thank
I can't
God.
believe it was.
I know.
It was quick.
Time flies when
Yeah.
you're having fun,
Yeah.
or when you're listening to Heather's long ass explanations.
I loved your question,
I mean,
Mark, just for the record.
I have some gray hair, extra ones, but
Do you need a wheelchair?
yes, I think I've aged.
Why do you look like Gandalf now after you're leaving?
Yes.
So final words, final thoughts. What do you got?
This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Good.
Yeah.
So, if you're local to the Maryland area, you should totally come to the Pasadena. I did that last night.
Pasadena?
I lived in Pasadena. I don't know why I say Pasadena. Pasadena Toy Expo. You should totally go. It's 2.0.
2.0, yep. Saturday, this Saturday. This is live on Wednesday, so Saturday.
Come and join us. Have fun. I'll be live there, hopefully. It'll be a great time. Mark, Ryan, thank you for being here. We really appreciate you for gracing our channel.
Yeah.
We hope to have you back soon.
Or you guys can come to my house and view the toys.
I would totally do that. We'll do some sort of video,
Yeah.
and then I'll put a video together, and we'll post it, and it'll be a lot of fun.
Sounds good to me. All right, thank you.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thanks.
Guys, this is your time. Now it's time to use all of your We Hunt Togethers, We Toy Show Together, We Expo Together. I don't know. Whatever you want to do, down in the comment section. Do it. We'll take a picture. We'll post it on Instagram. Thank you for being here. We love you guys. And remember, as always, we hunt together, yes. We will catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, where's my mouse? Bye.